In this video, I'm going to go over two words that you'll often hear thrown around in the anaerobic digester and wastewater industries. These two acronyms are COD and BOD, which stands for chemical oxygen demand and biochemical oxygen demand. But before we break down what that means, let's go over the strength of sewage. The strength of sewage, or basically how dirty or polluted the sewage is measured by its oxygen demand. Weak strength means that there are few organic pollutants, and high strength means that there are a lot of organic pollutants. There are two ways to break down these organic pollutants: by adding chemicals or by adding bugs that eat the pollutants. The process of breaking down organic pollutants is called oxidation. In general, the chemicals can break down more than what the bugs can eat, so your COD will always be greater than your BOD. We can take samples of our streams and then take them to the lab to do a COD or BOD test. In this test, we can add chemical reagents to our sample, wait some time, usually 1.5 hours to 3 hours, or just in general a couple of hours, to measure our COD value. Or we can add aerobic organisms and since they're aerobic, we actually also add air or sometimes pure oxygen. Then wait about 5 days to measure the BOD. Usually, COD is used more in industrial applications and BOD for municipal applications. Now that we know how to measure these values, let's go over what the numbers actually mean. When we have a low COD or BOD value, that means we have a weak strength stream. You'll find low values in lagoons, for example. So I have a picture here with a lagoon. But when we have a high COD or BOD value, that means we have a high strength stream. You'll find these kinds of values in aerated basins, for example. You can check with your local regulators to see what COD or BOD value you need before you're allowed to release your water into the environment. Another value you might be interested in knowing is called the COD-BOD ratio. This basically measures how biodegradable your process fluid is. When the COD-BOD ratio is less than 2, your fluid is fully degradable. But when your COD-BOD ratio is greater than 10, biological treatment is very difficult and you'll have to do some specialized treatment. To summarize, sewage strength is characterized by its oxygen demand. Basically, how polluted your process fluid is measured by its oxygen demand. Number 2, oxygen demand can be measured in a lab through a COD or BOD test, so chemically or biologically. Higher COD or BOD means higher strength, which means more pollution. And then lower COD-BOD ratio means higher degradability. We can go over these two tests in more details in future videos. If you have any suggestions for topics to cover, please let me know in the comments. But in the meantime, if you need any help with your anaerobic digester or wastewater projects, you can contact Azura Associates at info@azuraassociates.com or call 1-877-298-7288. Thank you for watching!